Thank you. Good afternoon. First, I'd like to say thanks and gratitude for our traveling public who listened last night when this event started to unfold. And we thank them for making changes to their travel patterns this morning. We saw the benefit of that, and we ask for their continued patience as this event continues to unfold. And we're committed to continuing to provide as much information we can about detours and routes and the best ways to get around metropolitan Atlanta and the region. Today I'm joined with our partners who have been at our side since this began yesterday afternoon. Colonel Mark McDonough with the Department of Public Safety and State Patrol. We have Keith Parker from MARTA, who you'll hear from. We have Chris Tomlinson from CERTA, Greta, who you'll hear from. We have Fire Chief Baker from the City of Atlanta, of who we must give tremendous gratitude for the valor and the work that the men and the women of the Atlanta Fire Department have demonstrated to get this fire under control and have done it in a safe manner that nobody was hurt or injured. Also with me today, I have members from US DOT from Washington headquarters, as well as the Federal Highway Administration from DC and here in Atlanta, and I will talk about their work in just a moment. I have just walked this site with our partners and assessed it, and again, the wonderful thing about this, nobody has been hurt or injured that we're aware of, and that is first and foremost for the traveling public, very critical. GDOT has bridge inspectors on site yesterday before the fire was even out and began our assessment from a visual assessment point of view, and today to be able to do more of a technical assessment as we were able to enter the site, which was still quite hot this morning. That information has been filtered to our design teams. Our engineering staff worked through the night as we got the early information last night and are underway with designs now to replace all the damaged area. As we shared via this morning through the statement, we will continue to update you as we have more information. This is a dynamic situation, and we're learning as much as we can as time unfolds. We're also in the process of determining the extent of the damage into the adjacent sections to the one that fell. What we do know at this moment is 3 sections northbound will have to be totally replaced. That includes the one that has collapsed. And we now know that 3 sections southbound will have to be replaced, including the section that is over Piedmont Road that we're standing on right now. That is a total of about 350 feet northbound and about 350 feet southbound that will have to be totally replaced. That includes rebuilding the support columns that hold up the bridge itself. We began work last night on trying to demo some of the damaged sections, and you can see the work behind us going on now. We expect the demolition of these damaged sections to last throughout this weekend and into Monday. The big question on everyone's mind is, how long will this take to repair? We're not able to give you a firm estimate at this moment, but you should know that this will take at least several months to get this rebuilt. Again, that's over 700 feet of bridge that has to be removed and totally rebuilt. That is no small feat, but we're up to the challenge. I met with the governor this morning, with Butch Wadlick, who is the acting director of the Federal Highway Administration, also with Jim Gray, who is an advisor to Secretary Elaine Chao, the Secretary of Transportation. And we talked to the governor about the ongoing efforts and thanked them for the federal highway participation. The governor has spoken to Secretary Chao as well, who has authorized the release of $10 million to advance the replacement of this damaged area. And I also personally talked with Secretary Chao, who affirmed that she sent her top people to Georgia to take a visual inspection of this and to provide all the support they can from the administration. And we're very thankful to have their support and their technical support as well as their financial support to make this project move as fast as possible. I know there's still a lot of lingering questions around what caused this fire and what was stored under the bridge. The area of the fire where the fire originated is part of the right-of-way, and it is part of where we have stored construction materials, specifically high-density plastic conduit, which is non-combustible, that is used in the traffic management, cabling, fiber optic, and wire network, and is a common construction product of which conduit is used for all types of purposes. Again, what caused this fire is we do not know at this time, and Fire Chief Baker can talk more about the fire investigation at a later time. We certainly are as eager as anybody to find out what may have caused this. Again, I'd like to thank the people for Atlanta and Metropolitan Atlanta for their resilience and their exceptional efforts for taking alternative routes, using transit, staying at home and teleworking, and trying to reduce and ease congestion across the metro area. We've seen a significant shift in traffic patterns already this morning. About a 70% reduction on I-85 inside of 285 to the section of where it's closed at State Route 400. Accordingly, though, we saw an increase on 285 by about 50%, and on the main arteries such as Claremont, Cheshire Bridge, and Piedmont, we've seen about a 20 to 25% increase in traffic, but far better than it could have been, and thank you to the citizens of Atlanta, Metropolitan Atlanta, for listening and being patient. We'll continue to work with our law enforcement partners, our transit partners, as we look for other alternatives during this duration of which is still unknown how long this will exactly take, because it is a major impact to the public and the larger community as well. We'll continue to make adjustments on the fly and announce those to you as soon as possible, so anytime that we can provide an additional route or open up some of the roadways that are closed now, we will do so. Again, please visit our website at www.dot.ga.gov, as well as Georgia 511 and our other social media applications such as Facebook and Twitter. At this point, I will turn the presentation over to Colonel Mark McDonough from the Department of Public Safety to bring you up to date on the activities of traffic management. Colonel.